Hello, and welcome to this brief podcast about Smithsonian Mobile. We are Bree Steele, Tiffany Green, and Molly Meeks. Over the next several minutes, we will present the Smithsonian Mobile application, share its features, and review the pedagogical benefits of integrating this tool into schools and classrooms. Smithsonian Mobile is a free mobile application that is a digital mobile guide of the Smithsonian Museum located in Washington, D.C. This virtual museum mobile app allows students to access tours of the exhibits at all Smithsonian museums. The app also gives students access to podcasts and other information about the museum, such as exhibits, schedules, as well as pictures and comments shared by other visitors. According to the app's website, the Smithsonian That Way augmented reality feature also allows students a behind-the-scenes look at several other Smithsonian projects, including research and library facilities. Smithsonian Mobile works on both iOS and Android-powered devices. Some of the current research on virtual museum tour technology shows that the vividness of a virtual activity and tour increases the user's memory of relevant information. In fact, research has noted that virtual tours manifest a unique set of characteristics that lead users to engage more with the content and learn as they interact with the subject. This research information was found from Can Virtual Museums Motivate Students?, a journal written by James Katz and Daniel Halpern in April 2015. Virtual technologies are making an impact internationally, from removing the barrier of distance with robot-guided virtual museum tours, an article published by the Australian Academic and Research Network. Its CEO, Chris Hancock, is quoted, "Today's students love technology, and integrating technology in education every day helps students stay engaged and prepares them for the future." Current research also brings up some important advantages and disadvantages to consider. Two advantages of virtual tour technology address the expenses and special circumstances associated with field trips. First, field trips can be a major expense in terms of the classroom and/or school budget. According to Prentice Hall eTeach contributing author Dr. Scott Mandel, virtual tours allow students to visit places and experience events that would be too expensive or too far away to visit in real life. Because Smithsonian Mobile is a free app, the extra costs associated with a physical field trip are gone. Second, virtual activities and tours are essential alternatives to real-life activities that might be beyond the physical and mental capabilities of some students with special needs. Two disadvantages of such virtual technology that teachers need to take into account are device access and network overload. In The Benefits and Challenges of Mobile and Ubiquitous Technology in Education, the authors point out that teachers need to be aware of device access and connectivity for students. We do live with a digital divide, and assuming that all students have a mobile device and/or access outside of school through which to participate is a mistake. Catherine Senemo, esteemed education technology scholar, also advises teachers to take into account whether or not the network in their school can handle running the type of software they want to use. A key question to always ask is, will the program load and run smoothly at any given time with the amount of bandwidth available? Despite the disadvantages, classes and schools can benefit from using the Smithsonian mobile app. It allows classes and schools to visit the museums without physically being present at the museums. It allows schools to provide life experiences to students who may never have the opportunity to visit Washington, D.C., or any of the other locations. The app can also be beneficial to schools who do visit museums. How about when a school organizes a trip to Washington, D.C., and a student is not able to go for whatever reasons? They can use the app to have similar experiences that their classmates are receiving. It allows for everyone to gain experience from the museums and libraries. The Smithsonian mobile app can also be used for research by giving users access to the Smithsonian libraries and archives. Smithsonian Mobile can also be used at all grade levels with little to no modification. For example, you could take a 4th grade class on a scavenger hunt through one of the exhibits, have the students search and find a few pieces of art from a specific artist or time period, ask them to compare and contrast, then describe similarities and differences between the pieces they have chosen. Or for a high school level art history course, you could facilitate a lesson where students use the Smithsonian archives on the application to complete a presentation or a research and writing assignment. Also, the application is not limited to art courses. There are 19 Smithsonian institutions with an array of collections that range from African, American, Asian, contemporary, and modern art, to natural history, aviation, African American history and culture, and Native American history and culture. The application can be used to develop presentational skills, interpersonal skills, facilitate a discussion where students share what they have found when touring an exhibit. It can be used as a research tool for a writing assignment, as we mentioned earlier. Smithsonian Mobile really is versatile, and that's what is so great about this virtual reality and other technologies. Its use and integration is not limited to its content. Smithsonian Mobile allows users to explore places they may never get a chance to explore while practicing and developing important academic skills. The application also allows teachers to facilitate authentic learning experiences through virtual reality, and its features allow students to take control of their own learning. We are Bree Steele, Tiffany Green, and Molly Meeks, and thank you for taking the time to learn more about Smithsonian Mobile. This podcast was researched and written by Bree Steele, Tiffany Green, and Molly Meeks. The information from this podcast came from the following articles. Can Virtual Be as Effective as Real? By Donovan R. Walling. Can Virtual Museums Motivate Students? By James Katz and Daniel Halpern. Why Use Virtual Field Trips? By Scott Mondel. And lastly, Removing the Barrier of Distance with Robot-Guided Virtual Museum Tours by the Australian Academic Research Network.